Well, seems like whenever I'm recording a video, I have like the worst allergies in the morning. So this is going to be a commute video, as well as a quick review on the 2013 Victory Hammer. So I'm going to talk about everything I love and the two things I hate. I don't even think I'd call it hate, just annoyed. This bike is amazing. That's started the video, right. It is so goddamn comfortable. I don't know what it is. It's really good. What kills me though, it's comfortable, and it's most of it is stock. Like, it's a stock seat, stock handlebars. I mean, the windshield is obviously, you gotta buy it, but I mean, stock foot controls. Everything about this bike is just, I mean, it's just great. So, I mean, that versus the Harley, I had to put so much money into it. It's kind of comical. So, yeah, man, it's so good. It has so much power. Because the Harley was pretty beefed up, so it probably has about the same amount as acceleration in the early gears as the Harley did. But the top end, when you get in the later gears, higher speeds, man, it just keeps it. It doesn't taper off. The gas mileage on this thing is great. I don't know if it's because it has an overdrive. I get 10 more miles to the gallon than the Harley. I went 152 miles and the gas light was only kind of flickering. So in 152 miles, I had to fill up 3.7 gallons out of the 4.5, which is like, what, 40, a little over 40 miles to the gallon. The Harley, I was getting about 30. So that's another amazing, not amazing, but it's nice. So I fill up less because I hate going to the gas station. Also, I noticed my legs eat a lot less wind. Like before, it was like wind was trying to spread my legs. As horrible as that sounds. And now I don't really get that. I don't know if it's from the windshield, it's helping that out, or the tank. Either way, it's nice. It's really nice. I mean, man, I can't say enough good things for this bike. Plus, it just looks mean with the fat rear tire, gloss black, all that stuff. You're gonna make me catch this light, dude. Oh my God. Come on, there you go. I don't believe it. Caught the light. Awesome. The one thing I do notice is the throttle. When I go to downshift, like it takes a minute for it to rev the engine. So like when you're downshifting, you got to pop the accelerator or the throttle or whatever. It takes a minute, or it takes a second. So you really got to just kind of, I'm still working on how to downshift on this thing. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's an electric throttle or what. Like, I don't know too much about the Victory yet. I got to read the owner's manual. I got to download the PDF. Ooh, it's cold today. The windshield also helps out with the man. You eat so much less wind. The ride is so much more enjoyable, even when it's cold. Well, cold for me in California. I don't know. See some of you guys in the snow, and it's, yeah, F that. Oh. Yeah, I'm in overdrive right now. I noticed I was watching a video or reading something where they said the sweet spot of shifting victory is like 3,000 RPMs, and it kind of seems to be the case. That I shift at like 32, 33, so the RPMs on this thing stay really low. So even though my pipes I think are louder, the bike seems quieter because I'm not like screaming everywhere. Because in the Harley, man, to kind of get the acceleration and power I wanted, I had to really get the RPMs up there. On this, it's there with a lot lower, you know. The things that kind of bug me, or not really bug me, the exhaust. I don't know if the heat shield is just super thin. Fuck, that thing gets hot. I burned myself like twice. Just the placement. That's kind of like right there, so you'll tag it a couple times. I don't know if I'm low on transmission fluid or if the clutch needs to be adjusted, but it seems like when I'm downshift, when I go to a stoplight, I don't go into first, I go into neutral. And then I'll try to go and I'll just rev the engine, and I'm like, oh shit. And I gotta clutch in and go in the first and take off. It's kind of annoying when you're splitting lanes and you're, right there in the front. So now I gotta kind of pay attention to that. Now I don't know if that's because of if that's just a normal thing for victories. So it's a lot easier, because I know they upgraded the clutch, or the transmission a couple years ago, I think 2010 or 2011. And it's a lot easier to find neutral on these bikes, but I don't know if that means it's kind of more annoying to go on the first. So that might just be a thing with victories, but neutral is hell easy to find. When I upgraded the iron to the Barnett clutch, neutral was a bitch. It's really hard to find. And this is I can't get away from it. So, and that's really my only two gripes is shifting in the first and the exhaust burned the shit out of me a couple times. But I mean, both are easy fixes. Just I just got to pay attention. So it's really on me. But the bike is so comfortable. Like the handlebars are right at the perfect spot where it just, man, it just feels great. I'm not like hunched over, I'm not leaning forward. Lean back if I wanted. I mean, the seat's stock and it's super comfy. So I don't know how long I can go before it starts being uncomfortable, but it's longer. Bumpy ass road. It's longer than the iron. And it's amazing how much more relaxed you are when you're not just eating wind. Because I don't really like the look of the windshield. I don't like fairings. I don't like windshield. But I wanted to get it so I could put it on. And when I bought the bike, I've never been in winds like that before. So the first day I bought the bike, in my earlier video I may have talked about it, but it was the worst wind I've ever experienced. I mean, I like a full-size branch slammed in my chest from the side. I was literally riding at like a 45-degree angle to get home. And there was a massive fire on the Altamont Pass. So it was like super fucking smoky. I was just like, really, of course, the day I buy this bike is... But the wind from the side was crazy, and I was canted. But I didn't eat that one. I wasn't like holding on. With the iron, sometimes I thought I was gonna take flight. Like the one was gonna pick me right off the bike. know. And even the seat on the iron. I mean, sometimes I'd floor it, and I'd slide off the seat a little bit. Like this, you're really, with the way these are set up, you're really in. You know, I don't know how to put it, but you're really seated in there. Like you're not going to go anywhere. You know? So, yeah, I guess it's just the design of the bike and the way the seat is, but you're really in there, so you really feel comfortable on the bike. Like secure is a good word. So, I took a couple videos of me riding this thing, but unfortunately the wind was really bad, so I was like, oh, I might as well just do a quick moto vlog on the way to work. But it's really good, and this cuts out the videos around 30. Are you coming in? Jesus. This camera cuts out the videos around 38 minutes. Which is an extremely long YouTube video. I don't know. I don't have any editing software, so I kind of just got to do it in one take. Maybe eventually I'll get some more editing software. That way I can just get to the good parts. But you can either end the video now, which maybe it's like 10 minutes in, which I might do. But I'm probably just going to shoot the shit on the way to work, and then maybe I'll just crop it in YouTube.